This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Scott, the scene inside the Crimson Tide locker room is largely what you would imagine, almost pin drop silent. Obviously, the disappointing finish to a season which ultimately is 14-1, Scott. Again, there are different ways to frame it, and all the Tide will do, starting tomorrow, is try to get back here 1 year from now.
Tom, appreciate it. I believe I'll see you soon. I look forward to it. Thank you, man. It's a very short list, active coaches with the national championship, and the guy on the far right was working with us until just a couple of, well, it's been a month or so now. Mac Brown there at Carolina. Jimbo, of course, got his in Florida State. Nick's got 6, and now Dabo's got a pair, and Dabo kind enough to join us after a victory, Coach, and
ultimately is 14-1, Scott. Again, there are different ways to frame it. And all the Tide will do, starting tomorrow, is try to get back here 1 year from now.
Tom, appreciate it. I believe I'll see you soon. I look forward to it. Thank you, man. It's a very short list, active coaches with the national championship, and the guy on the far right was working with us until just a couple of, well, it's been a month or so now. Mac Brown there at Carolina. Jimbo, of course, got his in Florida State. Nick's got 6, and now Dabo's got a pair, and Dabo kind enough to join us after a victory, Coach. And Dabo, this is the second time you and I have had a chance to do this. This one, in your wildest dreams, I can't fathom you could have envisioned a win that was this thorough, as well prepared as you were, as good as you are, as well coached and all the rest. To win like this, was it surprising?
Well, I mean, I think the way the score finally got away, it wasn't surprising, but we felt like we had the better team, and we felt like we had great preparation, and our guys were focused on trying not just to win the game, but to leave no doubt. That was our goal coming into it, to attack from the opening snap and to set the tone early. And we knew that they were a great champion, and we were going to have to knock them out. You know, a draw is going to the champion. And so I'm proud of our guys, their readiness, and their undeniable will to win that you saw tonight.
Alabama was 14-0, so were you. And there was a lot of talk about them, and maybe them being the best they've ever been. And I know every coach loves to give his guys a little bit of fuel. And in the quiet moments away from us, how much did you let your guys know how much conversation there was about them and that wasn't about you?
Yeah, y'all made my job easy because
don't act like I did it.
Yeah, all y'all
I know.
made my job easy because, you know, and listen, Alabama, first of all, has earned everything they've gotten. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But our team won 13 out of 15 games by 20 points or more. And we play an incredibly tough league. You know, I know everybody wants to not admit that, but the ACC, you know, is a very strong league, and that prepares us. And then how we practice every day. And all you got to do is look at our postseason to understand that. But yeah, there was a lot of talk. Our seniors, I mean, we had an unbelievable group, and their goal was to be the best ever, and to be the first team to go 15-0. And not only did we do it, we beat Notre Dame and Alabama to do it, and we left no doubt. And so it wasn't a 1 second on the clock type of a game or anything like that. It was a dominating performance by our players, and you got to give them credit because, you know, Alabama never loses a game like that.
Nope.
But sometimes there's just certain things you can't prepare for, and I think our guys' will to win and their vision of what they had and how they wanted to win was very evident. Yeah, well, you can't beat Alabama number one if you can't match up in the trenches, and then you got to make plays. I mean, they contest everything, and so you got to make plays. And we run the ball great. We kind of finally got it going. I think that was a 10-minute and 2-second drive to end the game there. But the trenches got some pressure on Tua. He threw it to us. We made we had a couple big turnovers. But how about our offensive line? We had no sacks. 0 sacks against, you know, a lot of people said, you know, one of the best Alabama teams ever. And for our offensive line to step up We didn't play great against these guys last year. And for them to step up and protect this quarterback, and for Trevor to process things, get rid of the ball. Alabama throws a lot at you. Our receivers made some unbelievable plays, but that's the only way. You're not going to beat Alabama if you don't make those plays.
For most of my career, I've done a lot of golf, okay? And you might win a major championship where you have a great week. And it's never dismissed as being a fluke, but it was your week.
Only SVP could throw in a golf reference as it relates to football. That changes the way you're viewed in the locker room, because now you're really doing some things. So you had a second title in a really short window. So for you and for your program, what does tonight say about the trajectory of your program and where it remains?
Well, listen, I know we're just Clemson and we're not supposed to be here. Not many people saw this coming 10 years ago, but, we won our second national championship in 3 years and did it in convincing fashion. But really, to be honest with you, we've been an incredibly consistent program for the last 8 or 9 years.
Yep.
And so this is just part of our journey. It was our night tonight. It was our year this year. And we're going to enjoy it. Man, this is a special blessing to be able to have an opportunity to experience something like this once, let alone to get a chance to do it twice. But I think the biggest thing is it just says that, we have a great program year in and year out. And I think if you look beyond just what happened on the field, and you see Christian Wilkins win the Campbell Trophy, you see us have a school record 66 guys with a 3.0. We won the AFCA Academic Award. We've been top 10 academically 8 out of 10 seasons. Just our consistency. That's what I'm proud of. My goal is not to win the national championship every year. That's not even on our board. That's a byproduct of what can happen. And when you get a group of young and talented people to buy into what you're trying to do. So I'm thankful that we have a program that people recognize as one of the best programs in the country. Alabama it's amazing what they've been able to do. But tonight was our night.
Yep.
And again, it was our year. And these guys deserve all the credit. This senior group was special, and they're definitely the best ever. There's no doubt about that.
Strong statement by Clemson, something we thought we'd never see a Saban team routed like that. What's your takeaway from tonight?
Trevor Lawrence is a freak, and this Clemson team was incredibly well prepared. They outcoached Alabama. They outplayed Alabama. They deserve to win this. Complete domination from we kept talking about that Syracuse close call that they had. From that point on, when they got Trevor Lawrence back in the lineup against Wake Forest, they won by 20 or more every game that they played. Then they get into the playoffs with Notre Dame and, of course, Alabama, 74-19 in the playoffs. That's about as good as you can hope for if you're a Clemson fan.
They pretty much checked every box. That was what we could hope for, right? Explosive plays. They won the turnover battle. They were almost flawless. Just the one penalty in the game. Didn't have a turnover. Didn't give up sacks.
Just want to tip our cap again to that defensive line. They all decided to come back together for this moment, for that confetti, to play this opponent, and they got what they wanted, and they're the champs.
You saw Christian Wilkins and Hunter Renfrow, two of the seniors who cap an incredible career. 55 wins in their careers, matching the total of the Alabama seniors, each with 2 national champions. The Clemson Tigers, perfection this season, 15-0. The first undefeated champs of the playoff era, and the first 15-0 major college champion in the modern era.